Hey guys, happy full moon. I'm actually filming this on Friday, and the full moon day is Sunday here where I live, but I'm pre recording. I'm gonna post it for you on Sunday just because I won't be able to film and I want you to have something to listen to. Today we're gonna do a Q&A because I did get some really interesting questions that I want to answer and that are gonna benefit you hopefully. So let's start. So the first question, I don't think I got it this time, but I do get it quite often. So I thought I would just answer it. I'm not sure if I answered it already on YouTube, maybe, but okay. So the question was, is it safe to perform magic during the eclipse? So I picked this question because on Sunday it's the full moon, but it's also the lunar eclipse in Pisces, 15 degrees Pisces. So I'm gonna answer this question. So you probably noticed that a lot of astrologers warn people not to perform any spell work during the eclipse. And this is both okay and not. Why? Because for baby witches, for beginners, for people that don't have much experience in magic, it's absolutely not safe to perform any magic during the eclipse. Do not do it. Why? Because the energies of the eclipse are very, very much, chaotic. They're chaotic. And if you don't know how to work with energies, or if you are just getting started, you don't have enough experience, what can happen is that since the eclipse is bringing all of this chaotic energy, you may actually not get the results you desire. You may get, you know, different kinds of results. You just can't know where it's going to go because you don't really know how to control it properly. So, yes, it's partially true. For those who are experienced casters that are professionals, for them it's absolutely safe and they know how to work this chaotic energy. And also, the eclipse may actually be very beneficial for your spell work. If somebody knows how to work with these energies right, you may actually get more powerful results. So that is the answer. Also, I just want to say that during the eclipse, depending on your chart and depending where the eclipse is happening and also in which sign and all of that, you may be feeling a bit down, you may be feeling confused and those type of things. So keep that in mind if that's going to happen to you on Sunday, which is today for you guys. It's the eclipse and it's gonna be better tomorrow when the moon goes into Aries. Okay, second question, and this is something that I get asked quite a lot, and it's really hard to answer and explain the difference between your intuition and your fears, your anxieties. So, guys, as you know, your brain is most likely wired to give you some, doubts and some negative self-talk. So when you are, waiting for some result or something, your self-talk will most likely be, oh no, it's not gonna go well. You never get what you want. You're a failure, and just things like that. And that is clearly your limiting beliefs and your negative beliefs coming towards you. And now, the exact difference between intuition and fears and anxieties are basically around the feeling you get when you get the feeling of something. So, I'm just going to use something that happened to me yesterday. I don't know, it happened yesterday and I just thought it would be a good example. So yesterday I was about to meet my friend, and I haven't seen this friend in months actually. And I was just meant to pick her up, and we were gonna have some coffee. Well, tea for me, I don't drink coffee. But as I was getting ready, I had this thought inside of my head, and it was saying, Paula is pregnant and it's a girl. Now, my friend Paula, she actually has a child, and she's been trying for years to have another child, but nothing was happening. So she kind of gave up. And, she wasn't trying or anything. It was not something that was a thing, was a topic. And I was like, And the feeling that I got when I had this thought was like, just nice, calm, peaceful knowing. It wasn't anything stressful or something that gave me some kind of bodily reaction, nothing like that. So just a thought that was like a clear thought. Seemed like it wasn't mine, of course, but it was just a clear thought and a clear knowing, and that was that. And then when I met Paula, she told me that she's pregnant and that it's gonna be a girl, which I already knew, obviously. And so that's kind of your intuition, and your intuition are actually your spirit guides telling you things. You can view it like that because that's what it is, in my opinion. And your fears and your anxieties, you're gonna just feel basically worried and anxious. And the thing is that when you're gonna be predicting, let's use that term, or when you're gonna intuitively be feeling some bad things, you will absolutely have anxiety around it and be afraid. So it's quite difficult to determine when it's something negative, what is your intuition and what is actually just your fear and your anxiety. And this is why you really need to work on yourself, your inner self, just so all of your fears and anxieties in general you are taken care of and you don't get them all the time. So when you will get them, and we all get them sometimes, they will kind of be intuitive and they will not be just your regular programming that's just running inside of your brain, and that always happens, right? Because that's the issue. So the most important thing to even be able to tell the difference is to reprogram your brains, and then you're going to be able to tell, because until you do that you will not be able to know. Because with every negative thing that's about to happen, you're still going to have the same feelings surrounding it, as if it was just your fears and anxieties, because it will kind of manifest like that. And if you have those things often, it's absolutely impossible then to tell the difference, because it will all feel the same. So it's very important to work on reprogramming. Listen to your audios and listen to the meditations you received on your emails, please. And then a client has asked if manifestation is real. So I guess what the client is referring to is the law of attraction, law of assumption, the methods you see online, if it's real. This answer is also difficult to give. Yes, in a way. So you see, guys, we actually do have free will, as you know, but we also have things we need to experience down our path. And the free will, by some astrologers, is quite weak inside of us. We have like 3 to 5% of the things that we actually can change and can affect. But the more we get connected with our higher self, the more we can actually affect and change. And our higher self, we get connected through magic and other practices. It's gonna be different for everyone, because not everything will resonate with everybody. Some people through religion. It really depends. But yes, yes, it is real, but not in the sense you probably asked. So I bet that this was about people watching those videos where the coaches tell you to just keep repeating affirmations about your ex and they're going to come back. That is not how it works. The only thing that you really are affecting with affirmations is yourself and your limiting beliefs. And that's why they're good. So they're good and they work. And once you affect your limiting beliefs and you change them into positive ones, that is when your mindset changes, and your mindset does affect your actions and does affect, your energy and a lot of things, your vibration. So your vibration shifts, and yes, so you can be attracting more of the good things, and you're just kind of, you change your path in a way. However, just by doing that, we can't really, manifest, as they call it, right? Even, manifestation is something different in my eyes, but okay, you can't like manifest an ex back in that way. So the only thing you'll be changing is you, and that's the only thing you should be changing, you. And then, some other things will change for you, but you will not be able to control people in that way, which is what they're promoting, and that's like not gonna work. Everybody does have free will, so those claims that nobody has free will except yourself are not true. Everybody does, and this is why in magic we struggle with stubborn targets, because they have free will, and we can only give them pushes, but it's up to them whether they're gonna react. So people can't be controlled in any way, not through silly affirmations, and not through spells either. What we can do is give them pushes through magic, and then it's still up to them to decide. So yes, it is real, but probably not in the way you are imagining it, because I do think that this question was surrounding that. And they're so popular because they kind of tell people what they want to hear. Because it would be so great if you were the only person who has free will, the only person who controls everything. And people, they want to be in control. That's our problem, our egos, right? We want to control everything, but we can't. And we just kind of need to understand that. So it's absolutely not like you imagine. Don't do those type of techniques, because you may end up more obsessed. And when you are more obsessed, there are less chances that your ex is coming back, basically. Anyways, I have talked about this topic so many times over years on this channel, and you can find a lot of it already. So I'm not gonna get into it much. I'm not gonna make it long, but just make sure you don't listen to those advices, because they can do more harm than good. And you can find more audios on the subject on the channel if you're interested in more informations. I'm gonna end it now, and I wish everybody a happy full moon. Bye.